you know, viewed him as troublemaker. You know, there goes another Avery, they're all trouble.
Growing up with other cars, you know, it's pretty fun. You know, I had a nice childhood.
It was the family cat.
You know, you're supposed to be bringing your kid into the world.
They were always picking on Stevie, more or less, you know. And Steve didn't like that, you know.
You know, because it was putting too much pressure on me.
You know, with them twin boys and the girls, he had to come over to my parents and show us.
And you know he didn't do it, you were with him, you know. The Green Bay and that, you know, to see Steve.
And we just got, I don't want you to be here until you're MR, you know.
Then I put the pieces each on the table to make 10, you know, 10 of them.
Really, they're all her fault, you know. Honest mistake, you know.
You know, see if he was all right and adjusting and, you know, what's going on in his life and things like that. You know, he was going to stay here and try to get some of his life back.
Drinking, you know, driving.
You know, how hard is it to put evidence in the house? How do I know he ain't got nothing to do with it this time, you know? You know, we're all victims, you know, and they just won't leave us alone. You know, it's, you know, a person only can take so much, you know. Almost right now, I got enough of them, you know.
You know, last time it took me 18 years and 6 weeks. You know, they don't care about the truth.
You know, better days are coming, just...
You know, it's because of all that money. Money ain't nothing if I can't live it.
I really do think he was framed, you know.
You know, it ain't gonna stop him. He might say they won again. You know?
Stephen, I know you're gonna be watching this, but you know...
You know, I believed him at first, and now it's the other way around, you know.
Where do you get this from? You know?
You know, I would even know where to look for my purse.
You know, they got me looking like an animal. You know, especially when I can't talk to you. You know, all I want to do is now is get this all over with and move.
You know, I'd sue just like he was doing, suing.
You know, of course, I must say that stuff.
Some might think, well, you know, you got a client who's saying that he's being framed, you know.
You know, get them out so that they can prove they didn't do it.
You said it's going to be hard for the jury, you know? Well, that's all I'm asking for.
You know, there's more to come. You know, examples.
Out in, you know, the Manitowoc area near the Averys, mostly for the fact that, you know, the media had covered so much of it. You know, all you'd heard about is, you know, around the Avery property, and has anybody went to the car yard yet? You know, the Avery salvage yard.
Well, my heart started going, you know, oh my goodness, maybe this is it.
You know, I just don't remember the exact content of our conversation.
He's, you know, even...
You know, that's a concern.
But, you know, the key issue is, you know, sprinkle them around in the grass so there'd be no missing them.
During the whole Dassey, you know, scenario.
You know, the police, many people outside of large cities.
You know, who better than a police officer would know how to frame somebody?
You know, things fall straight down thanks to gravity.
Right.
It's, you know.
This is hard to take all in, you know.
You know, none of us were going to taint that.
You know, this case, as unusual as it has been already, you know, we'll do our best to explain to the jury. You know, we'll see what happens on that.
You know, I always get my chances for, you know, it's scary.
They would say, you know, and they're doing whatever they can, you know, to twist despite, and you know, this case, you know, could have been a futile exercise for the last month.
It was kind of counterintuitive. If he's innocent, he should go up on the stand and say, you know.
And, you know, you guys will have the day off tomorrow.
Barring winning on appeal or, you know, testing of the EDTA later.
I just wish that, you know,
You know, even though Kratz, in my estimate, you know, they may be able to collectively go back and start talking about them. It's just a matter of getting it over and, you know.
You know, why have my family go through all of this and everything else? You know, I might just get it over with. Take the other way out, you know. I hate to think about it.
And the judge said, well, we can't read all of him back.
You know, last time they didn't take him long and found me guilty. I think about that probably all the time.
Either way, you know, because there are going to be questions and...
You know, you'd have to ask jurors that. You know...
I know there were 3 that were stubborn and, you know, weren't participating.
I felt there was some biased jurors that didn't, keep an open mind, and they had their mind made up, before the trial started. I don't know if it was a compromise,
How dare an Avery make County look bad? It played right out in their hand.
Hasn't had a chance in life.
Is it personal?
It just comes across that way.
Because I know what kind of boy he is. Glad I'm going to see him because, he appreciates me coming down and,
I'm just waiting for the next step,
I don't know what the other jurors are feeling, but I feel bad that, I feel terrible that,